friends, and welcome to another GameSpot Now Playing. I'm your host, Daniel Dwyer, joined by Mr. Infinity himself, John Vignocchi.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, my friend?
Hi, Danny.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
And Sean Podden, who's going to be driving throughout the next hour or so as we explore the wonders of Disney Infinity 3.0. Oh my goodness. It's been a crazy journey for Disney Infinity. It's been around for, is it 2 years now we're coming up on?
Well, this would be the third version.
Third version.
So this would be 3 years now.
Is it 3?
Well, it was 2000, I guess it's not. It was 2013.
Yeah.
That they put it out. Yeah, you're right, because the original date was earlier than that. But anyway, okay, whatever. You've clearly done your homework, Dwyer. This I've done here.
Don't, because we have so much stuff to get through today. Look at all these ridiculous Star Wars toys. We're focusing on the brand new playset, which is something that people have been asking for ever since all this Disney Star Wars stuff happened, ever since Infinity's been
Doing
around.
interviews with you last year where you're like, Marvel's cool, but, so next year, it's going to be Star Wars? And it's like, just wait, Danny, that's infinite possibilities on the platform. So, yeah, this year, obviously, for those of you that are watching that aren't familiar with Infinity, we've got a whole bunch of different great characters from across the Walt Disney Company inside of Disney Infinity. And this year, we've added a smattering of characters from the Star Wars saga, spanning all the films, as well as animated series like Star Wars Rebels. And this, actually, I think it's next week. I forget what day it is. Is it still?
It's
Wednesday.
Still September. Yes.
So it's
what's September 16th.
September 16th. So I think it's at the end of September. I know it's at the end of September. The Rise Against the Empire playset, which is playsets, for those of you that are watching, are kind of like they're like standalone game experiences inside of Infinity. We sell them for $34.99. If you do all the missions, for the completionists, it's like somewhere between like 6 to 8 hours worth of content. The Rise Against the Empire playset tells the Star Wars that we're familiar with and we grew up with, episodes 4 through 6.
Yeah, I've got one right here for a frame of reference. Here's some. You get two. Every starter, every one of these packs comes with 2 character models.
Male and a female.
Male and a female, right there.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then that little translucent piece there is what we call the playset piece.
Yeah.
And you put that one down in order to gain access to the Rise Against the Empire playset.
It boots up like a standalone sort of experience within the sort of general toy.
Right, which is why we call Infinity a platform, which means that not only is it a platform for characters, but it's a platform for different types of games and game experiences. So the Star Wars games are largely open world action adventure games, and then we put out Inside Out, which is based on Pixar's new film. And I know you've been playing with Sadness because I saw some of your tweets.
I love my Sadness.
Yeah, exactly. And so that particular playset, though, is more of like a 2D, 2.5D platformer. Not really focused on lightsaber combat and space exploration.
Yeah.
More focused on multiplayer and kind of having fun together.
And what I love about this, when you boot up Infinity 3.0 for the first time, is you get a sort of a taste of a bunch of them. It starts you off in like there's a Star Wars thing happening, and then suddenly you're playing as Joy. With
we can show that in a little bit if you want to.
That was cool. And then there was like a kart racing Mickey Mouse bit.
We brought on the guys from Sumo Digital that worked on. I was a huge fan of Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing Transform, and so we brought them on to lend their expertise to all the different driving models that we have inside of Infinity. And they also made a kart racer for the game, which is what that we call it the Toy Box Speedway. So it's fun because you can have like Yoda riding in Cinderella's carriage in a track themed to Nightmare Before Christmas. It's like a true crazy mashup. But the playsets, which is what Sean's playing right now for Rise Against the Empire, these are what we call true to property experiences. So we don't have the match. You're not going to see Lightning McQueen driving around Hoth. And it's really the thing that I think it's important for GameSpot viewers that are watching right now is that we care a lot about trying to be true to that property and true to the fans of that property. And so, I get it. Someone's probably making fun of me in the chat right now saying like, this dude's scaling an AT-AT and it's blue and there's batteries. Okay, we're still a kids and family game. If you want the hardcore experience, go play Battlefront, which I'm sure is going to be great. But if you're a gamer mom or a gamer dad, Infinity is a great way to introduce the Star Wars that we grew up with, to your kids, right?
Yeah, I was playing through it yesterday, and like the sort of the cutscenes, little animations in between each level were like, oh yeah, okay, I understand what's happening. This is like if I was playing this with my like imaginary soon-to-be-born child or future-to-be-born child, it would be. It's almost like translating it to that sort of audience.
To that audience.
Kind of the way the Lego games did, I feel.
Yeah,
like.
absolutely, and those are incredible experiences. But what's fun about Infinity is that it is the only game in this Toys to Life genre that will have Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, and Pixar inside of it. So I think that that's fun because it's there's so many different things you can do with all these different characters, and we had lightsaber combat this year, and we brought on the team from Ninja Theory that had worked on Heavenly Sword and Slave to lend their expertise to really making our combat inside of Infinity feel awesome. And right now, actually, Sean's doing the old wrap the tow cable around the AT-AT.
That old chestnut
experience.
One of the things.
Wow, you're pretty bad.
I've also. How many different experiences are there within any one of these packs? Because when I was going through it, like there was level after level, there was a good variety within each one as well, and then you can sort of like jump into them ad hoc as well.
Yeah. So basically, the way that the playsets work is you can. They're intended to be like standalone game experiences. And you can jump in and play with different characters from the Star Wars playsets. It doesn't matter what era that the Star Wars characters are from. You collect these things called legacy coins, and that allows you then to play with any Star Wars character.
Not yet. Nice.
Did you get the Will? Yeah, exactly. I love that. That's my favorite part. So right now, actually, he's done that, and now you can see the AT-AT actually has a remote on its back. Playing because our entire conceit with Infinity is that these aren't the characters, but rather the toy versions of these characters and these vehicles. And so, anyway, in terms of going back to your original question, like, tell me about all the different types of experiences. Inside Out is more of a puzzle platformer. The Star Wars experiences are more open world action adventure. We just announced what is that AT-AT doing? We just announced a new playset that we're doing for Marvel called Marvel Battlegrounds, and that will be a new genre of gameplay experience as well. So not only is it a platform for all these characters, but it's also a platform for different game genres. And as the company puts out different films and different content, we're going to support all of those things inside of Infinity, but do it in a way that really makes sense to the brand.
That's awesome. Did you just pull that off the top of the AT-AT?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
When we were doing play testing, so the guys at Studio Gobo put this together. They're in Brighton. We've worked with them for a long time. When we had done testing with this, it was like, hey, you know what, like AT-ATs are really cool, but driving one's not that cool because of how slow and lumbering they are. And so they came up with this concept that, hey, like the old Kenner toys of yesteryear, we'll actually instead put we'll use that as a design or inspiration for the design, but we're going to put a remote on its back so that people can actually pull the remote far off to the side and then watch them control kind of like battle bots from a distance. In fact, after he's done with this, there's a AT-AT fight that we can do 2 players.
Oh, cool.
Where we control them separately and make them fight against each other, which is a lot of fun.
And it is drop in, drop out, 2-player as well throughout all these experiences.
Yeah, and then our toy box mode, which is like the other half of Infinity, where you can build and create levels and kind of make your own games. That one's up to 4 players simultaneous online. So 2-player couch, but 4-player online.
And one of the things I love about this is that like I'm one of those gamers who enjoys collecting things. I enjoy unlocking things.
Yeah.
Like one of the most addictive parts of the toy box experience, especially when it comes to like your house and whatnot, is like getting little bits and bobs.
Have you started doing the
house?
house?
Oh yeah. My house has got Andy's room.
You guys, this is so crazy
wallpaper.
for me to hear Danny O'Dwyer talking about. I mean, because we intend for this to be a game for 6 to 12-year-olds. But what's awesome is that guys like you, like core gamers, are like, yeah, whatever, I'm not ashamed, this is awesome. Like, I'm having fun with it too. So you actually are building your own home?
Oh, yeah. I've got my little friend room, my little sidekick room.
Yeah.
I got Winnie the Pooh in there hanging out.
It's so awesome.
And one of the favorite things I love is actually, like, in the game, like, playing one of these, and then, like, it says, oh, you've unlocked this, oh, you've unlocked this, oh, you've unlocked this.
Yeah.
And I go, like, oh, man, when I get back to my house,
right,
I'm going to put that pinball machine in there. Yeah. I'm going to get that weird sidekick.
Yeah, put the decorations in.
Scrooge McDuck's going to be so happy with all the
I was watching Gerstmann and the Giant Bomb guys do a quick look of it, and they pulled up and they had there's the Tron arcade machine you can put in there, and he's like, you should really just be able to play it. I mean, I know it'd be tough to do, and I know probably wouldn't work with licensing, right? You should really just be able to play the original Tron arcade game right now. But it's funny even to see them, looking at it too, because it's become something that's okay for adults to play too, and I love that, and the team loves that. We've always wanted to make something that's good enough for gamers like you and I, but also then accessible for kids. And we hope this year, and anyone that's watching that gets a chance to play it, agree that we've made it.
It's the type of game that I wish I could play with my nieces if they weren't back in Ireland.
Aww.
But maybe in
you
the
play
in the future
online?
we could play online. I'd have to buy them a PlayStation 4. That's not happening.
Well, it's also available. This feels like a great time to plug. Well, it's also available on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Wii U if they have those systems.
They don't.
Oh, they don't?
3DS is
What
all
did they play? Oh, 3DS?
Yeah, all the time.
Fortunately, not yet.
And for the people who are watching, we've got a bunch of we've got 2 packs for the Rise Against the Empire playset, which we're going to be giving away. We'll give you details on that later on in the stream. But keep your eye on the GameSpot Twitter account. I'll say that.
Oh, there it is.
So what are we going into now? We got some.
Now we're gonna escape Hoth.
Okay,
Show
with
you
Leia.
some of the we're equal gender. We actually kind of pride ourselves on that. We all the playsets now come with both a female and male
it's great.
character. So everyone has an opportunity to play as their favorite character.
I was rocking Leia and Sadness last night with my girlfriend as well.
Were you really?
It was good fun.
Yeah, we. So it's interesting when we take a look at our demographics of who's actually playing Infinity. Infinity has become what is known in Disney as like a 4-quadrant property.
Okay.
So it is appealing to young and old, which is great, but it's also appealing almost evenly to male and female.
Really?
And I think that that's really great for our industry as well, right? Like, there's no reason why we shouldn't be creating and celebrating strong female characters in all of our games to attract more girls to know that it's okay to play.
Yeah,
And
especially younger gamers.
Yeah,
Because then it instills a sort of you're part of us.
Yeah, well,
mentality
like
early,
games
you know
are
what I mean?
okay. Like that's the thing, and so that's why we always make sure we include a male and a female, and we continue to do everything we can to broaden the amount of female characters that we have inside of Infinity. And so our starter pack actually comes with Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars animated series.
Yeah.
And we were insistent that we needed a powerful female Jedi, and so that's why in the beginning our playset that came with the starter pack was supposed to be all about episodes 1 through 3. When we talked to Lucasfilm about how much we wanted Ahsoka inside of the game, they had said, well, in order to get Clone Wars the animated series kind of mixing with the fiction of episodes 1 through 3, because it's a little bit of a different time frame, we're going to have to do an original story. So the playset that comes with the starter pack is based on kind of that. I always go, it's based on episodes 1 through 3, the Clone Wars era. It's real general enough to kind of cover everything.
That's amazing that they allowed you the creative license to do that, actually.
Well, it's, they have a story franchise team there at Lucasfilm, and we worked very, very closely with them. And of course, our talented writers at Avalanche, did a draft of the script, and then what happens is they come and take a look at it and like, yes, yes, no, no, this wouldn't happen. This character would never do this. And, there's a whole big back and forth. It's not canon according to the new franchise timeline. But at the same time, it is an original story that's a lot of fun. In fact, none of the games are canon, I believe. That's what the Lucasfilm guys
yeah,
told us,
the new rules.
Yeah.
Do you guys find, taking sort of the third swing at this as well, that they're more receptive to your ideas? Because you've kind of proven over the past 2 games that this is something that really works and people love.
That's a really interesting question, Danny. I think what we're seeing is the partners that we've worked with for a long time in the past know that our team cares about their characters and the content and honoring that in a way that the filmmakers or the content creators would appreciate. And so some of our older partners that we've worked with, like Pixar especially, and as well as the team at Disney. Nice, Sean. Right on the live stream. Disney Feature Animation, or Disney Animation Studios as it's called, and Parks and Resorts. They know they're more open with us taking more creative license because we've been working with them for so long.
Yeah.
The team at Marvel we did a whole bunch with last year, and working with them this year, they're like, okay, we get what Infinity is now. We kind of understand, but at first, you have to imagine. We kind of come in there, and it's not like a slam dunk that we're going to be able to work on Star Wars, even though the company acquired Lucasfilm. We have to convince all the powers that be that it's the right thing to do for their franchise.
Because presumably everyone involved in the company would be clamoring to make something with Star Wars.
Yeah, right,
So
exactly.
you can't just make everything with Star
not
Wars.
only that, I mean, companies like Lucasfilm for a long time have had existing licensing deals with
Right.
other great game developers for other different great games. So why would I put it in Infinity when I know that I've had this? So that's why we work so hard to do everything we can to increase the quality of the overall experience. So we brought on studios like Ninja Theory I mentioned earlier and Sumo Digital, these guys that are kind of really, really great at what they do in order for us to create an experience for Star Wars that span the entire saga. So it's not only episodes 1 through 3, it's not only Clone Wars, it's not only the Star Wars Rebels animated series, it's not only episodes 4 through 6, it's also episode 7. I mean, there's tons of characters and tons of content.
Tons of,
inside
and
here.
we can see so many here. Let's have a look at them, because the other aspect of this, of course, is the physical part,
Yeah.
the toys.
And then what's funny here, if you guys can see, so I told Sean to bring Hulkbuster because I knew our team is very, very proud of this. But like, let's talk about the Star Wars characters first before we go into how cool Hulkbuster is. So, Sean, did you clip your nails this morning? Who's got the nicest hands? 'Cause
Not me, no, look
you
at
don't?
that.
No, you bite your nails,
They're
huh?
delicious.
Oh.
They're so delicious. I'm
I
sorry.
bite my nails too, but all right. Well, Sean works for me,
Sean,
so we'll
you
make
got it.
him hand model.
Absolutely.
So,
Start with the classics.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. I want you to pitch this live here to
Oh,
Danny and I.
Thanks. That's always
And
great.
you know, review season here is in October, so
Yeah. Let's
Go ahead,
get
Sean.
into it.
Should have said no. to
seems
the-
like a good time to be doing this, right?
So reviews are coming up, so this will be good. This is Luke Skywalker.
Okay.
Heard of him?
Yeah.
You'll know him from classics as Star Wars or now The New Hope,
Yeah.
Episode 4. And he has a lightsaber.
Great. Perfect. 10 out of 10 from me. 10 out of 10 from me. Loved it.
So now this Star Trek that you're talking about, is it? Is there more than just one movie?
There are actually three movies in this playset, Rise Against the
wow.
Empire.
Gene Roddenberry
It
was a
includes,
busy man.
Yeah, Gene Roddenberry did a lot of work. Are we going to get in trouble for that?
I hope not. Yeah. No, this is Luke Skywalker, who is awesome and played by Mark Hamill, who also has done a lot of great voiceover in
Yes.
video games. Although we did not, awkwardly now.
Not Disney Infinity.
Not right. Well, he was a little bit busy at the time when we were working on this. So Luke Skywalker comes with which playset?
Rise Against the Empire.
Okay, when does that come out?
That comes out next week.
It's right here.
Danny's holding it.
It's got Princess Leia as well.
September 28th.
Awkward. Awkward.
29th, I think.
29th?
29th, I think.
Thank you. Would have been an important thing to tell us in a car, Joy. I'm kidding. Oh, I'm not supposed to say her name. I meant Joy from Inside Out.
Yeah, it's right from inside.
Sorry.
Also, Death Star here as well.
Yeah.
pretty
And then who's the other character, Sean, that we have here?
This is Princess Leia. She also comes with the Rise Against the Empire playset.
Uh-huh.
She's a ranged fighter.
Okay.
More, so she has a gun.
Okay. That's a blaster. No guns.
And I had a blast
blaster.
playing with her last night in Disney Infinity.
Did you?
Now I sound
that was
like a-
pretty good.
I sound like a pitch man.
That's pretty good. No, it's okay. You guys can all join in here. Now she's got a pretty cool special move, doesn't she, Sean? Can you tell us about it?
No.
Okay, I can. So she's got a super move that summons R2D2 to her aid, and then also once you unlock all the different combos for her final move in her combo, we can actually show it. We should show it, right?
Yeah, let's show it.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's right here.
I gotta find some enemies.
There we go. Although now she's going to turn to Luke Skywalker because we took him off.
There
we
we go.
Look, you're actually seeing it happen right now. Bam.
Boom. Loading. 4 minutes and 55 seconds.
Oh, this is horrible.
Look at that.
What's horrible?
I gotta find the enemies.
You got to find.
Well,
I mean,
thankfully, Disney Infinity 3.0 comes with a new feature, a map, in the bottom left-hand corner, which will be able to show you various things like new missions as well as enemies.
see, all I'd be doing is going around picking up all those critters and throwing them.
And that's completely acceptable.
That's one of my favorite things to do in this game.
And then punt them.
You can punt them?
Yeah, you can punt
Oh,
them.
you haven't
really?
punted them?
Yeah, you
No, I
gotta
haven't
do a
punted
double jump and then hit throw.
Oh my God.
And then they'll punt them.
You guys have thought of everything.
Okay.
There we go.
So, Sean, I know it's hard to play and talk at the same time, but explain to everyone what you're doing. I'm getting shot by an ATST.
I'm dying, mostly. That's what I'm doing.
Your poor level 20 Leia.
This is supposed
What
to
is
be
the level
something we
cap?
were doing going to
Level
do
20.
together.
It is 20?
Yeah.
if you wanted to jump in.
Wait, are we supposed to play
We
together?
can play together.
Danny, will you play?
This
Sure,
is
I'll play.
actually,
Can I? Is this only Star Wars characters?
Yeah,
in
only
here?
Star Wars characters.
All right, I'll play as Chewie.
I'm getting
Will you Chewie?
owned.
You want Chewie?
Yeah, I haven't done Chewie yet.
I will,
Chewie's
put, I
actually
will
good.
put Chewie on so long as we can cut back to Danny's face and watch him do a Chewbacca roar. I think that's okay, right? Can we do that?
No.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Wait, what's wrong, buddy? You
can I
afraid
have a-
there's going to be an animated GIF? Here, I should be in there for let's hear your Chewbacca roar, Danny. That was
right?
good.
All right.
Yeah. You kind of sounded like a fish person, but I think Chewie's roar is more like,
I prefer mine.
okay, fine.
All right,
Well,
I'm in.
You can also do share ownership.
Share ownership.
Yeah.
I have that same thing with my ex-wife and my kids. I don't.
Whoa, I'm not even gonna unpack that.
Where are you at? I gotta use the map to find him. He's over there. All right, I'm coming for you. Wait, no, that sounds like
It's Han Solo and Chewbacca taking on ATSTs.
God damn it, I've gone the wrong way. It's this way, right? Yeah, it is. If only I had some sort of mode of transport around here. Is there one? Can I use that Millennium Falcon over
No,
there?
they'll fly you into space.
God damn it.
But it's a great time to transition and also say Disney Infinity features open world space flight.
Oh my god. So it's like Elite Dangerous.
It's yeah, maybe not as
Star Citizen?
Or I should say, more accessible for a wider audience.
Well, IKEA furniture is more accessible than Elite Dangerous. As somebody who plays Elite Dangerous. All right, I'm coming. I'm coming to help.
Follow the trail of coins. There's Lando.
I love Lando. Can I
Yeah,
and
go
talk
to
him?
no. Go to the yellow thing. We're watching in real
There we
time Danny's ADD kicking in. There you go.
ADD and OCD. It's the
Boom,
perfect combination.
boom. So they have a little area of effect attack there that they're doing.
I'm gonna go melee this guy. Beat you up with my crossbow
Finisher.
because I'm Chewy.
Do the finisher.
Oh, did I do it? No.
Well,
Scared?
no, you took him down.
Oh god.
But next time you do that, if you do the timing correctly, you can do a finisher, which is like a big.
I just stole all his
Danny's
XP.
on the right and Sean's on the left.
Eat it. So is this skill tree all the abilities been unlocked?
Yeah.
For
For
Chewie.
Chewie.
Oh god, I've pulled aggro now accidentally. Oh look, he's kicking that little thing. How dare he? Little critter. Look at him, he's just destroying him. This is not cool. What he's doing now? Let me have a quick little jump. Can I go into my skill tree here?
Yeah, sure.
Look, you can
Actually, yeah, go hit circle and go back. Hit options again.
option. Here we go.
There you go. Skill tree.
Is it all knocked? Oh yeah, look at that. There's the first one. Chewbacca's Gambit. This is his like special ability stuff, and then the melee skills.
And it says -50 if anyone's wondering, because we use we have a special developer power disk that auto levels characters to 20. And when you do that, it bugs out and shows a negative. That's how we know if anyone ever sends us a message that they've cheated.
Right. Do you have to have that special token
disk? Yeah.
disk tied to your person at all times?
No. Oh, well, one of my guys, yeah, but not for actually playing the game.
Come on, die. I'm gonna try and finish him this time.
Fisher.
There we go. How he's Get
in there!
You can hop in.
I can hop in.
Yeah.
Get in.
Square. There
Yes.
you go.
Sweet.
That's what's about.
Oh my god.
There's nothing scarier than Danny O'Dwyer in an ATST.
Oh my! This is my Star Wars fantasies are happening right now. Where am I gonna go?
Careful, that'll be a trap. Well, it's not set, but
Whoop, thank
it
God.
would normally be a trap.
I was terrified.
That's a trap!
What do you got in your hands? What's that thing?
That's a little forest critter.
Critter? I'm gonna shoot you in your forest critter. How about that?
You slammed it down on the ground.
Oh man, I can jump in this thing? Really? I love it. There's that creative license again.
Yeah, well,
I
no,
like it.
that's the toy version of an
Oh yeah,
ATST.
of course. Mission failed.
Why
Oh,
did
whatever.
mission fail?
I still had fun. Okay, let's have a look at some of the other models.
Okay.
While we're here as well, though, because I do really like the detail in these things.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's Darth Vader.
Who's that?
Show everyone your hand-bitten nails as you hand model them. So that's Darth Vader.
He's grabbing my finger, thinking, "Why do you bite your nails?"
And so he's based off of, actually inspired by, I should say, the old McQuarrie design for Vader. And then we've also got, this is Kanan from Star Wars Rebels, which is a new animated series that's out right now. This is Sabine, she's also from Star Wars Rebels, Ezra, and then Zeb. So what's cool about Kanan is that
I thought he was using a different finger for a second there. That would not be. That would not pass Disney's.
No, of
Q&A.
course not. Can you imagine someone's like, has anyone seen the pose for Zeb? But anyway, what's cool about Kanan is that he's got a lightsaber and also uses a blaster, so it's a little bit Dante-esque in terms of juggling and things that he can do.
He's OP.
Sabine has a blaster, but she also uses a whole bunch of different paint grenades. Zeb is primarily a melee fighter, but one thing that's cool about him is that inside the toy box, he's got wall crawl abilities, so definitely want to check him out.
sweet.
Sorry about that. I know you cut to the up-close shot there right as I moved it away. Okay, you want to do it again? I won't. There it is.
It's a beautiful thing. I think I killed him about 500 times in Halo.
Yeah.
He looks like.
Actually, so this character, you want a fun backstory? This character, if you look at any of the old McQuarrie designs for Chewbacca,
Yeah.
that's exactly what this
Oh,
character
really?
looks like. So I'm not like any spoiler, any Star Wars, big Star Wars fan knows this, but it's
cool.
really cool to see. Actually, at Gamescom, they had this this great Star Wars exhibit that I went to, and you can actually see Chewbacca and this Zeb character next
cool.
to each other in some of the original designs that they evolved. So. And then, yeah, just like in terms of detail too, I mean, it's just, our team really prides on, if you want to come in close, like trying to make these not only like kind of fun figures, but then also have a ton of detail. And Ezra right here actually has, marks on his face. That's part of the fiction of the character, but keep it there. Like even Sabine, another character from Star Wars Rebels, when you get in close, you can actually see how her armor's worn. And then like, the figures themselves, instead of like kind of doing it the less expensive way, I'll say, and painting these are actually all individual pieces, because we want to make sure that like for core gamers like me and you, that we'd be proud to own these, put them on our desk, but then also at the same time they're fun to play with and they're fun to check out inside the game.
Yeah, they do feel like good quality, but I also feel like you can chuck them around and they won't like
So
fall
that
to pieces either.
So, but this one,
This
now
is just ridiculous.
So this is the Hulkbuster here.
I
Hold
thought
this.
that this base would have to be like twice as big or something, because it's just.
So yeah, that's
so
our
ridiculous.
Hulkbuster figure. So we've announced that character, but that's probably the one that we've done that has the most detail that we have put into a figure yet. And like when you kind of hold them and feel them, you can feel all the different grooves and all the different things that we've done. So
Feel the grooves.
it's all done by our team at Avalanche Software. And what's fun is that 5 years ago, none of us knew anything about making toys. We just a bunch of game developer dorks.
This is my favorite one, though.
That's sadness.
I brought this from home. This is my favorite one.
Aww.
Look at her, she's tiny.
Do you want to load up a toy? Or should we show some more Rise? What do you guys want to see? Is there a chat? Can we see the chat?
Yeah, we can ask the chat. I got the chat open
Yeah.
right
Do
here.
they want? We can show more of Rise Against the Empire.
Let's do one more piece of Rise
Okay,
Against
cool.
the Empire.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there's so many different missions in there, and it is some of the newer stuff.
So tell me about some of your experiences with sadness. I feel like this is like a pretty intimate conversation.
I started with Leia, right?
Yeah.
And I had this sadness, and
How did you get this? Wait. So how did you get the sadness? I guess is the
I
question.
think I got the sadness from you at E3.
Really?
I think I got the sadness from you at E3 because you gave us a bunch to give away, and then
Yeah.
there was one of them that was like busted. So I was like, oh, I'll take that, and I hadn't seen the movie yet.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, here we go, and I got sadness. Yeah. And so I had this thing. Actually, no, I gave it to my girlfriend. I was like, there you go.
Yeah.
And we had it up on top of a shelf in the house, and I totally forgot. And I was playing this again last night with Leia. And she was like, oh, have you tried Sadness? Because she owns Disney Infinity on Wii, the first one.
Okay.
My girlfriend does. And she was like, oh, have you tried Sadness yet? And I was like, no, I don't have it. She was like, oh, no, that thing down. I was like, no, it doesn't work. That's like a...
Yeah, it was an
I totally
E3
forgot this thing existed. I was like, that's like a different... And she brings it over, and so I'm like, oh, God, yeah, sorry, this actually is the same thing. So I popped it in, yeah, then I realized that she throws like sadness bubbles at people, which I really like the idea.
Have you done her block and dodge yet?
I've done no.
Okay, wait. We'll show that for everyone to see. But so she's actually voiced in our game by Phil Smith, the actress that played her inside the film.
And there's lots of like random dialogue that happens. Every
Yes.
once in a while. Like I was doing it at my house, and she was like, she bumped into somebody and said something. And,
Yeah, that's something that's a lot of fun. When we get the voice actors in there to record their lines, the team the Disney character voices that does all the recording for us, they'll let them freestyle and say like, the famous example of this is Sarah Silverman,
Right.
who reprised her role for Infinity as Vanellope von Schweetz from Wreck-It Ralph. So when you actually have Vanellope von Schweetz inside the toy box, there's a whole bunch of original Sarah Silverman lines that she says as Vanellope when she runs into Jack Sparrow.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
when she runs into Mr. Incredible. And so it's fun to write those things because you actually then can actually have this fun dialogue between, what would happen when Thor meets Darth Vader? And there's all this kind of fun writing that happens like you experienced.
Yeah, and I was playing through the combat, I guess the first like combat tutorial part in like Nightmare Before Christmas Land while that music's playing and there's a bunch of like weird Aladdin people coming towards me and I'm Sadness like throwing, it's Sadness balls or core memory things, but to me they're just like throwing tears. Like someone's just like, yeah, take that Aladdin.
That's a good way to put it.
You jerkholes.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So that's for those of you that don't know, where Danny's talking about is our mode of play that's called the Toy Box.
Yeah, which we'll show that later on.
Yeah, that's where all the characters mash up, and you can build levels inside of there. You can download new toy boxes designed by people, design your own, upload them, and we actually do a weekly show where we highlight the top 5 coolest designs that are coming out of the community and then make them available for people to download for free.
Yeah, we'll get into it later. I was surprised how deep some of that stuff actually gets. But what are we looking at here? This is another aspect.
This is your classic scene, right? That everybody wants to play. My friend actually, he bought the Saga pack and he was saying he loved playing this with his kid. He was playing it co-op with his kid. His kid has never actually watched any of the originals.
Oh, cool.
Right, just Clone Wars, and he was just having a blast. So
it was crazy. When we talked to Lucasfilm about how to do episodes 4 through 6 and how we wanted to realize it inside the game, they had said video games end up being one of the ways that a lot of kids are introduced to Star Wars as a franchise.
Wow.
Which is why it's so important for your Rise Against the Empire playset to really feel like it's true to property, to feature all these vehicles and all these different characters. I guess I would never have expected that.
That the gateway would be
video games.
Yeah. I guess it's a way it's sort of a way that you get a very personal relationship with these franchises because when you're playing something yourself, you feel more invested with everything that's going on.
Yeah, you're right. That's like you and Sadness have a special bond.
Exactly, yeah. It's one of the many reasons me and Sadness have a very special bond.
The toy part is super funny too. Like my son, he's very young. He hasn't watched the originals other than a couple times I try to force it on him. But I got the.
You mean when he really wanted to enjoy the experience?
No,
I just did my Jedi hand wave.
He loves Rebels. Absolutely loves Rebels.
Yeah, the animated
But that's a
series.
30-minute show, right? And he doesn't want to sit through talking.
Yeah.
But now he walks around the house going, "Daddy, where's the Millennium Falcon?" Because I bought the Millennium Falcon remote control unit, and so he's totally into it.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw online we were catching some heat from people oh well, to play the Star Wars you really want to play, you have to pick up the starter pack. And the thing is remember this game is primarily intended for kids and family, and kids grew up with episodes 1 through 3 in the Clone Wars animated series.
Yeah.
They didn't grow up with episodes 4 through 6.
That's like TNG fans being told watch the old ones, where some of them will, but most of them are okay with
if you were going to put out a game like that right now that was aimed at a younger audience, right, you would put out whatever the most relevant content is for that audience. The anecdotal story was the team that works on Club Penguin, which also Disney owns and operates. They threw a Star Wars party right after the acquisition happened, and so all the Penguins are dressed up as different characters, and the kids were going, "Where's Anakin? Where's Darth Maul?"
Really?
Because they weren't familiar with characters from 4 through 6. So that's why we ended up, in case anyone was wondering, that's why we ended up putting our Twilight of the Republic playset inside of that starter pack.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to be able to peek behind the curtain of all the different brand rules and Q scores of characters and why is Jar Jar so popular? It must be because people don't like him, right? It's no, actually kids love Jar Jar as a character. What? As an adult and as a huge Star Wars fan, hearing all that stuff, it's wild.
Any Ewoks in this game?
Yeah, there's Ewoks in the Endor section. Someone's like, "Can you add Wicket to the game?" Most of the messages I'm getting now on Twitter and Instagram. I posted a photo the other day with Christy. Why am I forgetting this right now? Anyway, I posted I'm posting photos on Instagram now, and people are responding with. Hey, cool photo. Can you please add Indiana Jones to the game? It's characters that have nothing to do with the photo.
Yeah, what's the? Because last year, like I said, I did hound you about the Star Wars stuff. But what's next on the list? People are asking for.
I think,
Wicked, really?
Yeah, Wicked is one of them.
I'm a theater fan, but I would have forgotten about that as well.
And I've seen Labyrinth.
Okay, yeah. God, that's one of the things that I found so crazy when I was playing through the toy box stuff was just how wide the net is on Disney properties. It's
Yeah.
like I was Scrooge McDuck popping
Yeah.
up and like all that
DuckTales,
classic stuff, and like
Tailspin.
yeah, of course, and then Nightmare Before Christmas, and being like, oh yeah, of course, and
Yeah.
then like Star Wars stuff pops in, and like old cartoons I'd forgotten about as well. Like,
As
it's
I
cool.
said to the Game Informer guys, our bench is deep, bro. We've when you take a look at, I mean, just all of the IP across the company, it's crazy. We had Gus the field goal kicking mule in the game last year from the Gus film.
The Condor Man was
God.
the killed.
Condor Man, are you familiar with
No.
Condor Man? Released the same year as Star Wars, so it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it had a little bit of a challenge there, but it was a funny movie about a guy that basically had created wings. You have to see it. Anyway,
I think I didn't win an Oscar last year.
we had put Condor Man's wings inside of the game.
Okay.
And it was funny because it took a lot of work with legal, because we started working on it and we were like, we just want to make sure we've got legal clearance here to do this. And they said, geez, no one was thinking about the interactive rights for Condor Man, the
Right,
film
yeah.
in 1979, and now you guys are trying to do this. But we ended up working through it, and it plays the music from the film too, which is famous.
that
Condor Man.
everyone knows and loves.
Right.
A lot of people asking to see Hulkbuster, Bob Jones, 1980, and a couple of other ones.
Should show some- we can show some
Gabrielle. We should do that. We should do some 2-player toy box action. How
Yeah.
about
Is the hub 2-player?
It can be, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So right now, what Sean's going to go into is the Toy Box Hub. So this is kind of a new thing that our team has put into the game this year. The thing with the Toy Box was, so for those of you that don't know, you can build and create. It's kind of like Minecraft with Disney characters and lots of different mechanics in terms of what our characters can do, which I think separates it from Minecraft. But be that as it may, when we had originally put it out there, we were like, here's a blank slate. Create whatever you can imagine. And there's certain players that gravitated towards this and like, oh, look at this great stuff that I can make. And there were certain players that were intimidated, right? I say you can't put a piece of paper and some pencils in front of anyone and say, hey, just go ahead and start drawing.
Yeah.
Some people are like, I don't know what to draw. I'm not a good artist, that kind of thing. So we created this Toy Box Hub mode that basically functions as a way for players to get familiar with Infinity, all the different things you can do inside of Infinity, and some of the great things that you can build. So after these Agrabah guards stop attacking Han Solo, we'll show you kind of some of this fun stuff.
I
here.
thought this was a massive improvement in terms of accessibility.
Thanks, man.
All the sort of VO stuff was really good. Like, not too much information, but just enough to sort of like let you and probably as well younger audiences know what to do and where to go and whatnot. And the fact that it's sort of split up into like different areas, like you've got your house and you got your combat sort of
right.
sector.
The
and
farming area. This Main Street USA is a lot of fun too. And the funny thing
Flynn's.
is, yeah, that's Flynn's Arcade from Tron. So that's actually where you go when you're connected online to be randomly matched against humans in various toy boxes and toy box games. And there's like the El Capitan Theater. So in Los Angeles, Disney owns this famous movie theater called the El Capitan
wow.
Theater. And you can go inside of there and watch the latest episode of Toy Box TV, which is the web series that we have where we're like, hey, this is the cool stuff that the community's made this week. Check it out, download it. So when you go inside of it, you can, we've got like different posters that celebrate our user community and what they've made.
Does that mean all your videos of you were in there as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know, it's so ridiculous.
All right, next we got to get a little John Vignocchi sidekick.
Yeah,
thrown in
yeah,
as
so
well.
everyone can just
That'd be
attack
great.
him. I'm sure. Yeah, Scrooge McDuck's right there, and there's like there's the bears from the park. I mean, there's just so much fun.
Sorry, that
little
looks like-
barbershop.
Who's the yellow? He looks like Vault Boy.
Yeah, who is that guy? Let me see who he is.
He's just like he's a janitor. Clean it up.
Cleaning up.
Just doing a little cleaning.
What's going on over there? It's a
Keeping
crazy
everything
jump.
the way we want it. It's part of the racetrack.
Oh,
So
I like
they're
that
part
guy's,
of
that
the
guy's
race
balloon
tutorial.
that's dangerously large for.
Is that one of the pink elephants from Dumbo? That might be what that is.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do so far is like running around and trying to figure out who certain people are, because you're like there's like a shadow in my memory of who you are, but I can't exactly piece it together.
Those are Zergbots from Toy Story.
Who's that guy? Oh,
I think
From,
that's one of the guards from who is it?
From Rapunzel, Tangled.
Tangled.
oh yeah.
That's an Omni droid from The Incredibles. Yeah, I mean this is totally the ultimate mashup, right?
You can spawn stuff in here as well and mess about and.
Yeah.
hop into some of that stuff.
And actually, something that's really fun. It's you have to meet certain criteria, and or there's Jabba's palace in the background, which is really awkward with the Disney castle.
Yeah, precisely.
But
it's like a Disneyland.
There's events now that happen inside of the toy box as well. So depending on if you meet the right criteria or not, like yesterday we were randomly playing, and all of a sudden 2 gigantic Star Destroyers flew over the top of the toy box and then launched a crazy assault with TIE fighters. And so like as you're kind of just running around here doing different things and exploring the hub, certain things will happen. There's parades too that happen just like at the park. So yeah, it's kind of fun just to explore and see what happens.
Yeah, wander over this way. This is into the next. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas.
This is where you were talking about, right?
Yeah, that was full of Aladdin people freaking the goddamn hell out. This is like the sort of combat-y tutorial place where they show you the start.
Right. Here, let's put on Hulkbuster.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
As the GameSpot users had requested.
Here we go.
Boom.
I thought you were gonna jump in, JP.
Oh you want me to jump in?
You can.
Can I jump in?
Yeah, here, you play.
Can I jump in with sadness?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get my sadness in there.
Comes Danny, playing a sadness, loading into the center. You're not signed on to
fine.
PSN.
Don't care about PSN. My sadness stats can stay on my home machine.
Your sadness toy. Boom. What are you doing?
Sweet.
No, you're not sure.
No.
Okay, now run over there.
Yo, what's up? Look at
Sadness, come help Hulkbuster.
Look at Ratchet. I could go help. I could go over here and do some farming or check out my house. Look at this. I should probably go help. Can I get the?
I saw someone post Hulk doing farming.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Right?
my
It was
favorite.
awesome.
Like, there are certain characters that are really funny in the toy box to see them doing some of these like Darth Vader farming, right? Or Drax the Destroyer, right, from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Menial tasks.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm right, I can hop on one of these as a mount, right?
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
I'm gonna come help in a second. I wanna.
That's a
Oh, I thought we were
bantha.
doing farming, so I was gonna come over and help you.
You could also fly over
Hey,
there.
what's up? Hop on. Yeah. I love you can still double jump. That's my favorite thing. I can still throw my tears at you. Ate my sadness.
Looks like there's a fight brewing here between Hulkbuster and Sadness.
You know, it's just like in that movie, Inside Out. Oh my goodness. Where should we go?
Oh, here, wait, check this out. This is, Danny, jump off of it, which you do, but yeah, hit circle, I think it is. Okay, now I want you to hold down circle.
Okay.
And then, so this is how you block.
Okay.
And then check out, yeah, right, which is her block is like no. So then, but if you use the left analog to dodge, and she actually does her roll from the film. Like, have you seen Inside Out?
Yeah.
When she's like, well, I just want to stay here. So it's funny when you have like a crazy all-out battle with like Hulkbuster just wrecking shop and Sadness rolling around
like,
throwing tears.
I'll just be here. Yeah. Oh my goodness, man, what is? Oh, what?
Ooh, what happened? Why'd you do that,
I
Sean?
like how she makes
I
little.
was saving her.
I'd headbutt you with my sadness. And all this is just like in the hub area. But
yeah,
then from
this is just kind of playing around.
And in this hub area though, you can launch into different like
Do you have a
modes
special?
as well.
Yeah, you can. Do you have a special disc?
Yes, I do.
Oh wait, you wanted the grind. You
Oh,
don't
I want
wanna-
the grind. I don't
okay,
wanna-
you don't want
yeah.
to level up Sadness.
I don't want OP sadness. I need to earn it. Although it doesn't retain on the toy, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it does.
It writes the toy. Yeah.
Oh man, maybe I didn't do it yesterday because I had her up to like level 5 yesterday.
Well, since you did share ownership, so we're different than the other guys. So what we do is we want it so one family will be able to buy one toy and then share it between brothers and
that's cool.
sisters. So depending on which profile is signed in, it creates basically a slot on that profile that has what that character's level is, which is why that's a share ownership or play as a guest.
So okay, so basically I'm like playing with Sean's kind of one.
Yeah,
you know,
so
instead of
this is
right.
Sean's PS4 that we've brought here. On his profile, he had never loaded Sadness before. Danny came over, brought his Sadness toy, and then rather than play as a guest, which would be Danny's Sadness, Sean now shares ownership and a Sadness profile exists. And that is Hulkbuster flying a X-Wing.
So you can go up and talk to these folks, and they'll like give you missions as well. Or you
Yeah.
can hop in here. Like if I jump into this this is the combat area, right?
Yeah,
So
you
if
guys want to go in there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
let's,
jump in there.
Try one of these things out.
So then, which one do you want to do?
Ooh, which one's your favorite? Game grade, is that Tron?
Well, they go. Yeah, you could go into that one. They escalate in difficulty. So, Sean, will you accept the invite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come play with me in Tron. I like it.
What is that noise? It sounds like Portillo's.
Is that not the game?
Is it?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
Main
it
Street. It was the Main Street band.
Oh, was
It's the
it?
game you're
Yes.
talking about.
Yeah,
It's the game you've been
exactly.
shopping for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. You're pretty tired, man. I had never. I don't think I'd heard that one. That piece of audio.
Such is the amount of content in Disney Infinity 3.0.
There's like, so this is crazy, right? There's like over 6,000 virtual toys.
Oh, wow.
That you can play with inside of here. And
I need
if
to
you,
unlock them all, Johnny.
well, but if you can
them
imagine
all,
the
Sean.
amount of work it is, because all of it's carried forward from the first one to this one.
Right.
For our programmers at Avalanche, right, to just the amount of assets and the amount of check-ins that are happening across the 8 different studios that we have working on Infinity, this is a pretty sophisticated game for all intents and purposes, being a kids game.
Oh. Look at this. Look at this picture.
Hey. Wait,
I can pick you up. What? Video games.
Please drop me.
Oh wait, here, but do the drop kick. So pick
Yeah.
them up.
Oh, and then I can
Yeah,
is
so
it
it's
jump.
square to pick up,
Yeah, let's go.
and then double jump, and then hit. There you go. Classic. Dan.
Don't hit me back. Don't hit me back.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do my little.
You just did the super. You're just launching all of those missiles at him.
At me. Oh my goodness.
All right, someone go and pick up a mission and do the. You're right there.
All right, where's the mission at?
There he goes. Charmed, I'm sure. Right over where the blue exclamation
Oh
point
yeah,
is.
this guy.
No, it's a little bit further to your left there.
Oh, sorry.
Look at
this
the
guy.
map.
That's
Yeah.
It's the little Tron guy.
it. Hey, what's going on, little Tron man?
Hello, user. Welcome to Slingshot. Step on the challenge maker to begin, and then enter the Slingshot to travel in the grid. Search of fun. So for everyone that's watching, yes, this is the hub mode, but this is all built using our toy box builder and assets and things like that.
So people can do this as well.
This is, yeah, exactly. When you get into our community, you start downloading the things that people are creating. This is the type of user-generated content people are making. And it's cool because Infinity is the first time where people can use all of these incredible characters across Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars to build their own stories and their own games.
All right, where's my one? Oh, here it is.
There.
All right, here we go.
So then what you want to do here, yeah, is you're going to use the analog stick to pull back and then launch the slingshot, and then, yeah, try to hit the Tetris pieces.
Oh my God.
And there's also, you're going to see little blue guys there. There you go.
All right. There you go.
Nice.
And this is the type of games that people can make themselves as
Yeah,
well as you were
yeah,
saying.
yeah, exactly.
All right.
Oh, come on. Mine's broke.
What's broke?
Mine is. Mine.
Sure
Like,
it
is
is.
it really broke?
No.
Like there's a bug?
No,
we need to report
no,
it?
Like my
Patch?
skill.
Oh.
My skill is.
Aim low. Danny's
Skill
doing
is
a good
broke.
job.
That's what I do all the time. JV.
Speaking, no.
Which one's
Sean actually has a really, really exciting thing to announce.
Oh my God.
He has he submitted this morning
Yeah.
the iOS and Android version for tablets and for phones
Oh, cool.
of Disney Infinity 3.0. So hopefully that's going to come out at the end of the month. And it is the Toy Box experience that you're seeing right here. And you can play it by, you can microtransact characters digitally if you want to. Download, obviously, Toy Boxes for free. And so you can play tons of games like this.
Is
and
there,
then,
is there any crossovers with the toys that you own in that one at all?
yeah, so every one of our figures that you purchase comes with a web code card.
Okay.
And then you can type that in the Disney Infinity website.
Yes,
And
of
then
course.
it'll honor the ownership of that physical toy on the digital platforms.
I need to start going for the close ones.
Also, the Toy Box toys that you unlock on console will be recognized when you go onto the mobile version as well.
Excellent.
So if you make a level on PS4 and you want to work on it while you're on the train going to work or on vacation, you can totally do that.
Sweet. And
Yeah,
that's
we've
coming
got
out,
a-
you're hoping the end of this month?
Yeah, the submission process on.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty
like-
pretty
everyone's like,
archaic.
I think it's so. Yeah, we're really, but we're excited about it. It's what's fun about it is that it's not like we didn't we didn't go off and create a totally separate version of Infinity. What we did was create one that we thought was at the same level of quality as what we do on console. And so it is the full toy box experience. It's not like an endless runner that's called Infinity. Like, I guess that's what I was trying to
But
do.
you could probably make an endless runner
inside. Yeah, actually,
Absolutely.
we did that last year. We did with Dash. It was kind of fun.
What's your favorite level that's in 3.0? What's your favorite sort of like experience you go back to?
That I like to do. I actually like just playing around in a small toy box that is procedurally generated by the computer. I think what people have the most fun doing is exploring what you can actually do inside of the game. And so this will get a little bit heady, but the amount of mechanics that are inside of Infinity in terms of what characters can do, right? Characters can walk, they can run, they can jump, they can double jump, they can ledge hang, they can side saddle, they can fire a blaster, they can wield a lightsaber, they can ride on a mount, they can fly a ship, they can. I mean, there's so many different things you can do inside of Infinity that exploring, hey, what happens if? And what happens when, and all these different scenarios that players create when they're playing inside of Infinity, I think is really part of the charm. Adam Boyce, who works at Sony, you know Adam. Adam called me on the phone. He said, my kids aren't playing the playsets. They're inside of the toy box, and they're running around just throwing each other off of cliffs and giggling uncontrollably, and they've been doing this for 5 hours. And so it's like, it's wild. It's like, it's okay to play, you know? As adults, we keep on going back to, hey, I need a structured gameplay experience.
Yes, what are my objectives? And what should I be doing?
And while we have that inside of here, we also have just the ability to kind of explore and play however you want to, which I think is fun and unique in the game space.
Oh my goodness!
You guys tied.
Dead heat!
Tied.
I kept it close.
Did you? No, you
I
didn't.
did what I could.
No, you didn't.
You son of a bitch. He let me win. He let me almost win. That's it. Disney Infinity.
That's
3.0.
Disney Infinity 3.0 out now. $64.99 starter pack.
$4.99 for the starter pack.
It's cheaper than any of the competition, and comes with 2 toys and everything you need to get started. And then Rise Against the Empire on the 29th. $34.99. So it's sold separately, but a lot of fun, and would love to hear from everyone that's watching what they think about it when they play, and if they think it's very good. Are you gonna review it? Probably.
I'm not going to review it.
You're not going to?
Didn't we already review it? Didn't Randy already review it?
But you guys haven't reviewed the playsets.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm wondering if people are going to start doing it. I feel
Review
like they
the
could.
playsets?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it pop up from different outlets already reviewing the Rise Against the Empire stuff.
I mean, we reviewed the Taken King, right? Or we are in the process of reviewing the Taken King. The problem is when you do this in the middle of crazy review season.
I know,
like
right?
Definitely
Sorry.
January.
Yeah,
but,
sorry.
But we'll see. I'll ask Peter Brown. We'll get an answer to that one. And of course, we're giving away a bunch of these. We're doing so via the wonderful method of Twitter. So if you head over to at GameSpot on Twitter, there should be a tweet there. Make sure you retweet it. You'll be in for a chance to win one of the Rise Against the Empire playsets. That is North America only, though, sadly. Yeah, sorry about that.
We could give you some ones. Actually, they are agnostic, so that will work.
It will work,
Am I allowed
but
to
we
say
can't
that?
give it away.
Oh, right. We have that same
Because
problem.
of the legal problem. Dude,
right.
It was worse. I lived in Ireland, and
Right.
GameSpot UK couldn't send prizes to Ireland because it was too legal.
So, I know. So we have that
North America
exact
only.
same thing, and people are asking us all the time, like, why is everything North America? Why is everything North America? And we're like,
Because we hate the rest of the world.
No, yeah, not at all. We have to figure that out. We have to figure out a point of contact on our European team that can start doing all this kind of stuff because it's a game worldwide.
And last things, here we got the Power Disc pack. What are these bad boys?
So
I see these in Target all the time.
right, and we used to do them before as we sell them in blind packs like trading cards.
Yes, you didn't know what you were getting.
Yeah, so, and then all of our consumers complained, and we pride ourselves on listening to our community, so we put them now in visible packs so you know what you're getting. So this one is going to launch in conjunction with the Rise Against the Empire playset, and it comes with 4 discs. It's $9.99. So we used to do 2 discs for $4.99 in a blind pack. Now we do 4 discs. You know what you're getting for $9.99. So that was the math going on there. But it comes with a costume change disc for Princess Leia as well as one for Luke. It comes with a Y-wing vehicle that you can play with inside your toy box, and Slave One, which is Boba Fett's ship. So be sure to check this out. It's a lot of fun. And of course, any character across all of Infinity can play with these ships, which is great fun to see, Hulkbuster flying around and Slave One and that kind of
Not
stuff.
tied to any play sets or people or anything
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Gentlemen, Johnny, Sean, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you
Pleasure
for
as
having
ever.
us.
Not at
And
all.
thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah, thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks to Eric Tay and Josh Shaw in production, Randy for setting this whole thing up. We'll be back right here on GameSpot.com for more Now Playing, so make sure you hit that add button if you're watching on YouTube Gaming. Hit follow if you're on Twitch, and if you're on GameSpot, how you doing? We've got a bunch more stuff coming up on the site today, so stick around. We'll see you next time, so take care.
Bye, guys.